welcome everybody. Good morning and thanks for coming out today to really this, it's kind of a monumental sort of milestone press conference for us, and I think it really serves two purposes. One, for all of us to get here and roll out, I think, some much anticipated information on public safety, traffic, security, but we also hope, certainly on the PGA of America side, that the public is able to see the collaboration that exists here. We've got a number of different agencies, a number of different folks that are here representing different departments, and that's kind of our goal, is to make this a collaborative effort to hopefully that you all feel like it's not just us operating in a vacuum, and that we're leaning on the experts in the area to really get this thing done. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Brian Carnes. I'm the Championship Director. You might remember me, some of you, from 2019. I'm probably looking 10 years older than then, but we had a very similar press conference. And again, I think it's very indicative of this market, that every time we have something to say, the local media, the local legislators, anybody that's involved in this championship is willing to come and explain, to have a conversation, because our goal is to really make this feel like a partnership. We like to think that we know what we're doing. We're the best in the business of running golf championships, but there's a lot that we do rely on the local community, and there's a reason why we've continued to come back to Oak Hill, to Rochester, to this community, Monroe County, Pittsford, so many different groups that really make this thing go. And so I think certainly on behalf of the PGA of America, I want to say thank you. Again, I feel very fortunate and privileged to have been a part of 2 championships here, and I think we're just building on the legacy that exists here. So I think as much as we're looking forward to this week, or to 2 weeks from now in the PGA Championship, we're also looking forward to the future and making sure that we're doing things right for our volunteers, for our spectators, for our corporate community, so that hopefully you all invite us back. But just a couple of housekeeping things on our end. I think the first is that we are now officially sold out of tickets, and that's, I think, everybody should give themselves a round of applause. It's a little bittersweet, I know, to not have tickets available, but again, it's a very, very good indicator that Rochester is a home for major championship golf, that Monroe County is the kind of place we want to come. Continue to come, and because of the support, I have no doubt that it's going to be an incredible week. Just need the weather to cooperate. So that's really it on my end. If people do still have an interest in tickets, I know that's a big thing. Tickets were released, so if you have anybody that's asking about about tickets, I know that's been a big topic. Those are out, and if you do still look or are looking for them, or you're looking to sell yours, we do have an online exchange at onlocationexperience.com. You can go there, you can sell your tickets, you can buy additional tickets, but just wanted to make sure that's available. But again, we've got some great policies. Juniors get in free, 17 and under. But again, all that information is now live at pgachampionship.com. So again, thank you on behalf of the PGA of America, and I'd like to invite up County Executive Adam Bello.
Well, good morning. Thank you, Brian. I want to really start by just thanking Brian, the entire team from the PGA who are here. It is really great to welcome all of you to the PGA Championship. It's really back here at the beautiful Oak Hill Country Club that we know has a long, storied history with the PGA, and we're just so proud to be able to host that here in Monroe County. Brian and his team and everyone here from the PGA. I see Ron Pluta here as well from Oak Hill Country Club. We have teams that have been working together here at Oak Hill. The PGA's been here for a long time. Events like this don't just happen overnight. Construction on all the things that you see around the course, the collaboration and coordination between government agencies, law enforcement, and the PGA and the Country Club and all our golfers here and the associations around the county has been taking place for a very long time. And those collaborations and partnerships are going to make this an incredible, incredible week here in the county that we're going to look back on for decades to come and say we did this right, and we're so proud of the PGA, and we want the PGA to come back. So we're just so grateful to have you here. Brian said it doesn't happen in a vacuum. Absolutely does not happen in a vacuum. It's all about collaboration, and all these people standing up here at this, or sitting here at this table here, are all part of that, and I want to thank them for that. Not only will this be the 4th PGA Championship held here at Oak Hill, but the world-renowned East Course has also hosted the Senior PGA Championships, the U.S. Open, even the Ryder Cup. So you've got to think just how special it is to have Oak Hill here, right here in Monroe County. Monroe County is also proud to be home to two of history's greatest golfers. Walter Hagen was the winner of 11 major golf championships. He's a man known for bringing golf into the commercial spotlight. He was born right here in Monroe County. Kelvin Pete, who prior to Tiger Woods was the most successful African-American golfer on the PGA Tour with 12 wins, got his start playing the game right here at Genesee Valley Park, one of Monroe County's many public golf courses. And while we're steeped in golf history, we have an exciting future of golf because of our partnership with the PGA. It's estimated that we're going to have more than 200,000 spectators coming to our area. And what makes this unique as well to a lot of other community events is that the PGA isn't just bringing people who live here to our community and here to Pittsford, but it's bringing people from all over the country and all over the world to see all the great things in world-class golf and all the great tourism and hospitality venues that we have in our community. So whether it's museums, cultural activities, award-winning food and beverages, our unique small businesses, there's something in Monroe County for everyone, and it's estimated that that impact is going to total upwards of $200 million for our local businesses and tourism industry. Think about that. This partnership, $200 million for our region, that is an incredible economic impact that's going to have benefits that long last the week that the PGA is going to be here. So Monroe County, our partner agencies, we are committed to making this a successful event and make sure it's fun for everyone. We've been working together with the New York State Police, the town of Pittsford, the Monroe County Sheriff's Department, our sheriff is here, fire and EMS providers, and of course the team from the PGA. I am confident in the men and women who are standing behind this event and are ensuring the health and safety of our spectators and our community. Health and safety is the #1 responsibility of our community, and as we welcome people from around the world and we have our residents here who are welcoming people into our communities, we want to make sure that we do that in a safe way, and I'm confident of that. Parking locations, traffic impacts around Greater Rochester is going to be handled in a collaborative and collaboratively with partnerships, and the community needs to know that. So all the various traffic impacts that we think we're going to face, we will be handling that in partnership and collaboration with so many different agencies. So again, Brian, you and the entire PGA of America, we cannot thank you enough for coming back to Monroe County. We hope to see you here again. We're going to put on a great show in just a couple weeks, and we're just so grateful to you. So now I'm going to pass the microphone to my next partner in government who's really hosting us. We're hosting you in Monroe County, but we're really hosting you here in the town of Pittsford. The Pittsford Town Supervisor, Bill Smith, who's been working so hard with his town team and, of course, partnering with the PGA in Oak Hill to make sure this is a successful event as it can be. Supervisor Smith, come on up and say a few words.
Thank you, County Executive Bello. You know, working with Oak Hill and with the PGA to do Pittsford's part in helping to make this championship a success has been much more than a duty for us at the town of Pittsford. It's been a joy. And what's helped to make it so has been the truly brilliant working relationship we've enjoyed with the PGA and with the club. And I'll take this opportunity once more to state how grateful we are to you, Championship Director Brian Carnes, PGA Manager of Operations Eric Knoxall, and to your staff. To Oak Hill's PGA Championship Chairman Ron Pluta, Club President Jim Merkley, and everyone here at Oak Hill. We will continue to work with you throughout the tournament to manage traffic, parking, safety, logistics, to make this championship a success we will all remember happily for years to come. And special thanks to the PGA for your extraordinary help and support of Pittsford's planning for our events to celebrate the championship, to bring the whole community in on the fun. Your support and cooperation in that regard alone has surpassed anything we expected or frankly had a right to expect. To Wes Simeon of the PGA and your colleagues, thank you, Wes. And we have these events in our village throughout the week, including the PGA Championship concert on Wednesday, May 17th, with beer tasting and putting greens courtesy of Canandaigua National Bank, mini golf co-sponsored by the Village of Pittsford, family activities, fireworks, courtesy of the Pittsford Mustang Soccer, and a hospitality tent at Thirsties throughout the week. Now, you do not need me to tell you of the tremendous economic benefit the championship brings to Pittsford, to our county, and our region. So I won't. I'll tell you instead of something else you bring to our town, shared by everyone, whether they attend the tournament or not. It's that sense of excitement. It's that sense of fun that fills our whole community when you're here, that buzz, that glow, that lets people know we live in a special place and this is something very special. We are proud to be the home of Oak Hill. We are proud to be the site of the PGA Championship. This wonderful event captures, in its own way, the very best of what makes Pittsford, Pittsford. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the PGA Championship Manager of Operations, Eric Nuxall.
Thank you, Bill. Thanks everyone for coming out today. As I mentioned, my name is Eric Nuxall, Operations Manager. My role is touches a lot of hands and meets a lot of faces. And we'll say it's special to be here. Heard a lot of great things before coming in here. And really in my short time, shorter than most I would say, it's really made me feel like this is a home. So thanks to everyone here. Thanks to everyone to my left. A big shout out to our operations team. Again, I may be the operations manager, but it takes a team and it takes quite a bit of individuals to bring this all together. And that includes everybody sitting in this room for the safety and well-being is really our top priority. So without getting too much into it, I do kind of want to touch on some of the touch points that are getting the spectators onto property here. First, how we're getting them there and where they're parking. We will be having a lot of similarities to 2013 when the last time our PGA Championship was here, and that's general spectators parking in two different locations, Monroe Community College and Rochester Tech Park. We appreciate their partnership that we've had throughout this whole time. Additionally, I think one difference that we have is a dedicated ADA lot, and that will be located at 3750 Monroe Avenue, and handicap placards will be required for that. With that being said, obviously the drop is a free complimentary parking and shuttle ride. We've worked closely with DOT for the shuttle routes that are necessary for the best ingress and egress. We've got great transportation service providers with our Cornerstone Parking Group and the convention store that handles our shuttles, that we've got a plan in place working with everyone here for efficiency to get everyone in and out. They will be dropping at the main entrance, similar to past events here. They'll be at the top of the Oak Hill driving range and right at the front door of the PGA Shop's merchandise tent. Shuttles will begin about 30 minutes prior to gate hours. Those gate hours will be listed on our website, on our app, but Monday to Wednesday, 7 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Thursday, Friday, on the first two rounds of championship play, will begin at 6:15 and 8:15, 6:15 a.m. to 8:15 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday will be 7:15 a.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. Again, those are the gate hours. So shuttles will be running a little bit before that. There is a secondary entrance that we do have. Again, as past events, we've utilized the Kilbourne neighborhood. So we appreciate the town of Pittsford's willingness to work with us and the impact that it does have on its residents. But we will be dropping volunteers, some corporate, as well as the Oak Hill membership, who have also been great. So they'll be getting dropped right outside, hole number 4, and that will be called the Kilbourne entrance, Kilbourne gate. Bike parking will also be available. I know that's a solid walk-in plan, bike-in plan. There will be bike rack parking available and hopping right in. One thing we didn't have in 2013 was rideshare. It was in its infant stages at that point. So knowing that will have an impact, a lot of that will be dependent on driver availability, but working again with Town of Pittsford and Monroe County Sheriffs, they will be dropping off in the Kilbourne neighborhood, and we've got a really good plan in place, and with the primary focus of ensuring that pedestrian traffic, bike traffic, and everyone's safety is at the forefront of getting people into the gates. All spectators, depending on the gates, will go through updated magnetometers that we've got that are a lot more efficient in the screening process, but there will still be bag subject to search. It is a 10 by 10 by 10 bag policy. We recommend clear bags, as that will expedite the process to get in. Once you're scanned, head over to the shops and get some wonderful merch. Just talking briefly on the preparation meetings that we've had with everybody. I don't think they could have gone any better. Great collaboration with everybody. And that's just running down the list of Monroe County Sheriff's Office, Town of Pittsford, the New York Division of Homeland Security, Pittsford and Brighton Fire Departments. We've got the Pittsford Volunteer Ambulance. We've got 2 medical groups that we've been working with, both University of Rochester Medical Center and Rochester Regional Health, who are actually supplying the staff for the first aid stations. And then as well as obviously the New York Department of Transportation, who's helping us get our shuttles, get our vehicles, get everyone around safely and effectively. One last thing. We're ready to go. I mean, we're at a point now where we're at the final steps of the build. The planning process is we're underway with execution, and we couldn't be more thrilled to be back here at Oak Hill hosting another PGA Championship, and hopefully the best one ever. So with that being said, I'll kick it over to our New York Department of Transportation, Chris Reeve.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you on behalf of the Commissioner and myself for inviting the New York State Department of Transportation here to speak about partnership. But also thank you for the PGA of America for recognizing world-class golf courses and world-class partnership and collaboration between agencies, as you've heard before, the speakers before. The New York State Department of Transportation has been working with PGA for over a year and all the other agencies, getting ready for all the logistics that need to be worked out. We met with Eric and his team and our partners and had meetings, regular meetings, as were discussed, talking about signage for the parking ride, complimentary shuttles, ADA parking, digital messaging that we'll be displaying on boards to help the traveling public get to their destinations, the plans for the shuttle buses, and much more. But that work's not over, of course, and the state DOT and our transportation partners will be actively monitoring traffic throughout the event. In case there are issues, we can respond to them timely, make sure that people are getting to not only the event here, but also to their destinations using the transportation system. One thing we'll also be doing, the DOT will have inspectors inspecting limos and chartered buses to make sure that they're safe and their drivers are safe. We want everyone to have fun at the event, but more importantly, we want everyone to be safe, which is a common theme we're talking about today. I'm confident that because of our preparations and collaboration through a partnership we have with the PGA of America and all the entities here today, that Rochester will have yet another successful championship event, and we look forward to many more. Thank you again for including the New York State Department of Transportation, and I'd like to hand the mic over now to Todd Baxter, Monroe County Sheriff.
Man, we're excited. No? PGA. Months and months of preparation has gone into this for safety and security, and also a positive experience for the folks that are coming on to this beautiful golf course. We're excited to be part of that as law enforcement, working in collaboration with the PGA and Oak Hill. This plan has been developed for almost 12 months. I think it might be a little longer. When you start looking at the totality of this, the number of law enforcement officers that will be involved, from both the Brighton Police Department, state troopers, anybody that can step up to the plate and help us out. Our deputies are going to go to 12-hour shifts for that week to make sure we got proper coverage here and proper coverage out on our primary areas of responsibility. We will be a visible presence. There will be lots of uniforms to make people feel safe and secure, but we'll also have those undercover presence too to make sure we got our threat contingencies planned for. They have been training. They've been training multiple times with multiple echelons of contingencies, from everything from a missing person to an active shooter threat that could possibly occur. That's our responsibility to make sure we have those plans set, tested, and worked out to operate here on Oak Hill. So we're very excited that the preparation's been done to make this a safe and secure environment, but also, probably more importantly, the positive environment that everybody wants to come to and feel safe and secure. I do have to give a shout out to the fire and EMS crews that are working hand in hand with us to make sure that all the contingencies are planned for, and also to Lieutenant Soike, who's in the back, who really is our operational guidance on this thing, and been, putting every detail it can possibly put on this thing. The other day we were doing multiple echelons of drone training with state police helicopters overhead and deconflicting those things ahead of time. And just as an example of the preparation going into this thing. So with that being said, I just want to start, as I said, that we're excited. We're very excited to have Oak Hill host this prestigious event. We're very excited about the PGA looking at Monroe County again as a place to run one of these events. And from a law enforcement standpoint, we're excited to be part of it. So thank you very much. Now I'm going to turn the podium over to introduce Major Radicek from the New York State Police, who are just a phenomenal partner in this whole thing. They're stepping up to the plate like they always do, bringing lots of manpower, lots of resources, and lots of experience to this event. Thank you, Major.
Good morning. I'm Major Brian Radicek, Troop E Commander for the New York State Police. I want to say it is an honor to be part of such a prestigious event, the PGA Championship here at Oak Hills Country Club in Pittsford, New York. The New York State Police are very happy to be assisting the Monroe County Sheriff's Office with the mission of providing a safe environment for the players, spectators, local community, and motoring public. The New York State Police have committed numerous state resources and personnel to this event. Our members will not only be dedicated to security inside the venue, but also assisting with traffic and any additional matters outside the property. I commend Sheriff Baxter and the Monroe County Sheriff's Office for having a lead on the security for this tournament, along with every agency here in the room today, for helping making this tournament a safe and successful event for our community. I'd like to now introduce Assistant Commissioner Paul DeLella from the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services.
Good morning, and thank you to the PGA in Oak Hill for bringing us here today to go over this very important information. My name is Paul DeLella. I'm an Assistant Commissioner with New York State Office of Emergency Management, Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services, also known as DISHES. We are very excited to have the PGA back here in Rochester, New York. As others have mentioned, there will be hundreds of thousands of people coming to the region attending this event next month. An event of this magnitude in our community requires partnerships and coordination with public safety partners across disciplines and agencies. At OEM and DISHES, our #1 priority is keeping New Yorkers safe. We have fantastic partnerships with everyone in the room. Throughout the week of the PGA Championship, State OEM will have field staff working the event, and we will be supporting security operations by operations in the command center. DISHES is ready to assist the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Monroe County Office of Emergency Management with whatever they need leading up to and during the event. And if required, we are fully prepared to coordinate any additional state agency response to ensure everyone visiting Rochester next month is safe and secure while attending the PGA Championship. Now I'd like to turn it over to Pittsford Fire Department Assistant Chief Steve Klein.
Good morning. Thank you to the PGA again for having us on site today to go over the public safety aspect of the event. One thing I want to also address is in the room with me, I have Chief Aaron Hiller of the Brighton Fire Department. Again, my name is Steve Klein. I'm the Assistant Chief for the Pittsford Fire Department and the lead for the fire service aspect of this event. One thing that goes without recognition should be the PGA. They, it's been a year-long process for us for planning, and every step of the way they've put priority on public safety. There's a lot, these guys have a lot on their table, but when we call them, they answer the phone. Their #1 priority is not only the golfers, but the spectators, the fans, and even their staff, the volunteer staff. So during the week of the PGA, from the fire service side, we'll have on-site crews. We'll have a fire engine here. I'm sure it'll be a big hit for a lot of the kids, but we'll be on site. We also have carts tactically throughout the golf course for any of our structures that you see built. We're also going to be working with our Monroe County Fire Bureau when it comes to our hazardous materials, special operations. So we'll have that covered as well. But again, we thank the PGA. We'll be assisting our medical field down at the far left down there. So with that being said, I'll introduce Chief Jonathan Smith from the Pittsford Ambulance.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to come out and talk today. My name is Jonathan Smith. I'm the Chief of Pittsford Ambulance here. And my organization is responsible for providing EMS service not only in the town and village of Pittsford, but also here at Oak Hill Country Club. And we're super excited to come out. I think from a medical standpoint, we're ready. As everyone has mentioned, we've been planning now for a year plus. This is not our first time providing service here to the PGA. We're excited to be working with them again as a partner. This is an excellent opportunity. We're also very excited. I think we're well prepared in working with our partners here to deliver medical care and provide folks with the safest possible experience that they can receive. So on the course, there are multiple first aid stations that will be staffed by a number of medical professionals. And as you've heard, those are coming from our partnerships with the two major health systems here in Rochester. So both the University of Rochester as well as Rochester Regional Health. So a number of physicians and mid-level providers, physician assistants, and nurse practitioners will be available in those first aid stations throughout each day and each period of operation. And then from an EMS perspective, we'll continue to provide service as we normally would throughout the community. We'll also staff a number of medically capable carts throughout. And they'll be positioned based upon the needs of the day, but the EMTs and paramedics on those carts will be prepared to provide service and then also to assist in transporting folks if they need help. And that transport is also supported by a number of additional ambulances that are prepared and positioned around the area. So in total, the EMS component, we're bolstered by a number of other partnerships with our area colleagues from Parenton Ambulance, from CHS Mobile Integrated Healthcare, Gates EMS, the Monroe County EMS Bureau, and the St. Paul Fire District. In total, it's about 150 medical personnel from various organizations who will be responsible for making sure that the service that you receive on the course is par to none. So we're looking forward to providing service. Hopefully you don't need us, but if you do, we're ready. We're ready and prepared. So I'll turn things over to Brian. He's going to bring us home.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Well, again, I think this is as good a reflection as you can find of partnership, of collaboration. So thanks again to everyone at that table. I think when people ask us why we move into market, and I think referencing the on-site team here, you're going to see a lot of PGA people that are coming in from our home in Frisco, Texas, and Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, New York, a few other offices, but there have been, again, a team of 7 to 10 people here for the last year, and part of the reason we come in and live in the community, we're residents of Pittsford and Brighton, all these different neighboring communities, is because we want to build these relationships. And you see what the byproduct of that is, and it's this level of collaboration, of preparation, and so we feel like we're in a fantastic spot. So with that, we'll close it out. I think everybody here is available if anyone wants to talk offline. Talk to Ryan Lugamo back here, who is our pretty much go-to for anything, any questions. But I think the biggest difference from 2013 to 2023 is the technology piece. So we've got apps, we've got stuff online. I know it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment for some, but even those that like Ron Pluta, who are very, not as tech savvy as maybe Wes, Ron can figure it out. That's been the barometer. If Ron can figure it out, anyone can figure it out. So the good news is Ron's got all that with tickets and everything else. So again, thanks everybody, and look forward to seeing you out here in a couple weeks.